you know about mixing.
I do.
What do you know about mixing?
I know when you mix together.
Go ahead. Yep.
Two animals of the same species.
Yeah. Go ahead. Keep going.
They can make a baby of the same species.
Wow, that's great. That's a really important lesson learned.
But if you take two animals that are not the same species,
then what happens?
Then it doesn't work.
Well, in the spirit of mixing, today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about a mixer. A lot of people have seen mixers like this, Hannah, yourself included, right?
Yeah, I saw one of those on an airplane.
I can see that. Because all the knobs and buttons, you're like, I'm confused. I'm totally clueless, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you exactly how all this works. We're going to do a performance of a Joe song. What's the name of the song?
End of beginning.
Perfect. And then we're going to talk about dialing in a good vocal, guitar, and a drum machine. We also have a drum machine incorporated here to use extra input. So, you ready to do this?
Yes, quick aviation lesson.
This song has started now, and you're just finding out. And now isn't that a laugh? A major sacrifice, but clueless at the time. And to Caroline, just trust me, you'll be fine. And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Another version of me, I was in it. I wave goodbye to the end of beginning. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. You take the man out of the city, not the city out the man. You take the man out of the city, not the city out the man. You take the man out of the city, not the city out the man. You take the man out of the. And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Another version of me, I was in it. I wave goodbye to the end of beginning. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
All right, I like it.
Was that good? Did you guys approve?
I feel like it was good.
I hope they approved.
Great. Love how close you are. All right, you can come back. A little creepy.
Have you guys ever?
A little scary. Go ahead. What? You got something to say?
Have you guys ever seen the movie Smile?
Oh my God, here we go. Don't do it. Don't do it to him. Don't do it to him. Shouldn't you be doing your vocal warm-ups? Hannah's doing her vocal warm-up.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, Hannah, you ready to learn everything you need to know about mixers?
Yes.
Okay, so we've got 3 inputs. My guitar, our drum machine, and you. Okay? So, first things first. This looks complicated, right?
Yeah.
Well, let me break it down for you. So,
Yeah.
guitar, vocal, drum machine, all right? And then everything is going to be like a vertically integrated strip. So all of this is just the
Okay.
guitar right now, okay?
Okay.
Gain, this is how we determine the volume of how much gain my guitar needs, how much input signal it needs. Now this is a high Z. I have this high Z switched on because I have a high Z just a 1/4 inch output here. So I'm doing that. Right here, I'm bypassing the low frequencies of the guitar that I don't need, anything super low. I just click that, and then it just gets away from me. So that's how I'm setting the level that I need for my fader to control the volume, okay? So this is gonna be the volume in your mix, and this is gonna be how loud you want your thing to adjust up and down, okay? With me so far?
Yeah, not too hard.
Great. So now EQ, right? It has a 3-band EQ. That means there are 3 knobs to adjust how your guitar sounds. Right now, this is an acoustic guitar with a DI. Super bright. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it flat. Actually, I'm just gonna take the EQ out, right? So this is what my regular acoustic guitar sounds like. To me, that is a horrible piezo sound. Very thin. It's like brittle up top. You hear that?
Oh, I guess. I thought it sounded good, but now once you said it,
Once I said
once
it,
you said it, I can hear it.
it's like Engage the EQ.
Who would want to listen to that?
Exactly. Engage the EQ. So now these control how my guitar sounds. So what I want to do is I want to take the highs out.
Oh.
Okay, so I turn the highs all the way down. It's like, maybe that's a little too much. Now it sounds woofy, right? Woof. I knew that would get you.
Woof.
There we go. So I want some highs in there. I generally cut a little bit of the lows, and if I'm doing just an acoustic guitar performance, I will boost, or I'll boost the lows and I'll cut the mids. So to me, that's a good sounding acoustic guitar EQ that I can adjust from right here. And then I'm gonna skip the blue ones right now, go to the yellow one. This is the amount of effect that I have on, right? This board comes with a bunch of reverb, some modulation stuff, some cool chorus stuff. Right now it's set on a reverb, right? Number 2. You can adjust this by going back and forth with this knob and then clicking it, right? Let's go to number 2. Oh, right there. So now I'm on number 2. Now, putting this up is gonna control the amount of reverb I have on my signal, right? So no reverb, too much reverb, and maybe just dial in just a little bit, right? So it's not super dry, but it has a little bit of juice in here. Now the cool thing about this, which we're gonna get to your vocals, you can disengage this or not. Now I want to talk about the aux send right here, these blue knobs right here.
Aux send.
Aux send.
Aux send.
Short for auxiliary. This is what people screw up all the time. I used to screw this up. I thought this was just for like sending out to an effects unit to return. This is actually for monitoring more than anything else, right? So what I have the main outputs of our mixer. I know you're paying total attention. You're doing a great job, Hannah.
No, I am.
I know. So this is the output going to the speakers, right? Now, if like let's say we're doing a live show. And the speakers are way far away from us, but we can't hear ourselves, right?
It would be very sad.
It would be super sad. Like, I want to be able to hear this drum beat, which again, right now is on fader 3, okay? But let's say I want to hear less of my guitar and only the drum beat. I'm going to connect a speaker, a monitor speaker, which is that right there. It's a Bose speaker. I'm going to set that up as aux 1. And then let's say I want to hear just the drum machine in our monitor. I'm going to turn this up. And now that monitor is only playing the drum, right? Now, what's interesting about that is what you can do is you can set up your own mix, right? So let's say it's like, all right, I want to hear the guitar and nothing else. Then I can just send my guitar to aux 2. That'll go to your monitor. You can use in-ear monitors to do that. But essentially what this is, it lets you send a separate output to either like a recording device, a monitor, in-ear monitors, stuff like that. Does that kind of make sense?
It does.
Okay, cool. So it gives you 2 of these to go back and forth between. I'm going to stop this, right? So that means you could use like 2 monitors. Like I could have my own monitor, you can have your own monitor. We could each have different mixes. And that's what's really cool about having an aux send. Again, this Phenyx Pro board has so many features for how inexpensive it is. So I'm going to have an affiliate link in the description if you guys are interested. Hannah, let's talk about your vocal.
Yes.
Okay, so right now, it's kind of dry.
That's me. What?
Talk a little bit.
Hi.
Now we've got a lot of reverb on it.
Oh.
Right? Which,
Yeah.
especially if you're in a thing where like you want to talk to people in between songs, you want to be able to mute the effects really quickly. So what's cool about this, you just hit this FX in and out button, and now you're just a regular person.
Hi, I'm a regular person.
And then
I'm really regular.
Oh, but then as soon as I hit that, you're irregular.
Oh, I'm really irregular.
Now you're irregular.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about this is now I can have a certain amount of reverb on my guitar, and you can have a certain amount of reverb on your microphone, and we can independently control how much each input gets. Otherwise, you're just kind of like, oh, if you just have a mixer with reverb that just goes on the master, every channel is getting the same thing, which would sound really bad, especially if we had like a drum machine and we had like
Oh, wow.
right? So I think that's great that you have individual control over the amount of effects that you have. Also, you can mute the channel strip right here. Right now, we have I'm going in input 1, you're going to input 2, right? We can pan them left and right. This is an extreme example. So right now, I'm just in one side and you're in the other side. So talk a little bit.
Hi. Hello.
So if we wanted to spread them across, we could do that. Again, we're keeping everything right down the middle. But that's it. And then you can mute individual channels, which is good if you have a live instrument that you don't want to, make sound in between songs or something like that. Or like a drum machine that we could just I could, instead of hitting the drum machine here, I could just mute it here on the track.
Or if somebody in your band is really bad and you don't want the audience to hear, don't tell them that you mute them.
Exactly, yeah. And then they can just be like...
Yeah, they're like, how was that, guys? And you'll be like, oh, yeah, it was great.
Perfect.
You were great. Everybody was cheering for you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Right? So, again, those to me are the most misunderstood mixer things that people have, right? You can get a little bit more into the effects of compression and stuff like that, but essentially just getting a 3-band EQ in and out, adjusting your aux sends to monitor yourself or to send different recording things. Let's say we wanted to do a thing where we want you to hear a certain way live, but we want to send your vocal out just by itself to maybe edit in a computer, your vocal, and we can just do that where it's just a single thing, even though the mains have something else playing. And then again, this one is really cool because you can stream Bluetooth to it right here. You have USB out, and you also have a bunch of other outputting options. And if you did want to send something to an effects, there's an effects send and return right here. Also, loop back and 2 headphone outs that you can control independently for a mixer. So this is everything that you need to go on the road.
Everything.
Are you ready? You ready to go on the road?
I'm ready.
Okay, great. Any questions?
Can we please take the Phenyx Pro mixer with us?
I would say that we're not going on the road without it.
Yeah, we're not going on the road without the Phenyx Pro mixer.
Should we start a band? Should this be it? Should we hit the
Yeah.
road? All right, well, let the people know. You let us know where we should play. Because we got a full-on set list now, Hannah.
Yeah.
And also go follow Hannah on TikTok because...
yeah, go follow me on TikTok.
There will be a little bit of behind-the-scenes content, I've heard.
Yeah.
About this beautiful house that you're in.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, thank you to Phenyx Pro for sending the mixer over. Thank you, Hannah, for lending your beautiful voice.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you later.